Hello everyone. Hi, my name is Gwendolyn and you're looking at GDUB with Real Talk. So zoom in closely and pay close attention because we're going to talk about some truth today and about actually what really truth is and how truth affects people. So zoom in closely. One thing, or three things I should say, that will never be hidden, that's the sun and the moon and the truth. What is real talk? Well, we here at Zoom In Closely, we say that real talk is to search and to research and to find truths. Truths that were hidden. Why? To free and to make free. There is a quote in the book, in the Bible, that says, you will be free from truth. It is truth that will make you free, not set you free. Because you can set something free and it's still not free because it's not mentally free. So when you make something free, then it is mentally free. So we here at Zoom In Closely say that you need to, or we need to, always try to seek and search out truth, because we know that there are many truths that has been hidden from us. So if you're a person that's a little sensitive to truth, this may, some of the truth may offend you, and it should. It should because you never heard it before. It should because maybe you didn't know about it before. It should maybe because you're not embracing it. Because the truth is always going to be the truth. As I said, there are three things that will never be hidden, and that is the sun, the moon, and the truth. So what is truth? The truth is the opposite of a lie. And so no one should want to continue to live in a lie. And it's a little boggling because so many people don't embrace the truth when they hear the truth. You know, they still want to continue in it, and it's a reason for that. And one of the reasons is because the truth will make you conscious. You hear the term and you think it may be just a term when people say, oh, they are conscious, oh, they are woke. No, it's not just a term, okay? It is a fact. Your conscience is when you choose to know something that maybe you didn't know before. Being conscious also means that you are now telling your mind and your brain what to do and not allowing your mind and your brain to dictate to you, which many people do not know. Your subconscious does this. Your subconscious tells you to get up and eat, to sleep, to lay on the sofa, to turn, to bow, to bend, to look this way, to brush your teeth, to take a shower. Your subconscious is constantly thinking for you all the time. It is constantly thinking all the time. And you follow whatever your subconscious tell you to do. Most of the time, your subconscious is leading you. Is leading you to do the things that you do daily. That's what I'm saying. The things that you do daily is usually the things that your subconscious are telling you to do. As I said, get up, sit down, turn your head, turn around. You know, that's what your subconscious is telling you to do, and we need our subconscious. But one thing we must also understand is this, is that we have a choice. We have a conscious mind. And a conscious mind is when you say, I'm not going to do this or allow this to take place anymore. That's your conscious mind. That's you taking control. That's your conscious mind. When you say, oh, I want to try a new diet, and you have tried many diets maybe and have failed, but you still continue to push because your conscious mind is telling you, you can do this. You can do this. You're not satisfied. You're not satisfied with the last results. So let's try something new. Let's try something different. Let's embark on something different. Let's try this new diet now that we never tried before. So that's what your conscience is. Your conscience is you making a choice, making a conscious choice. You're telling yourself that I can do this irregardless. of what the odds may be. I'm going to believe. I'm going to have faith. That's your conscious mind. Your subconscious mind is what's going to fight you. Your subconscious mind is going to tell you, why? Because this is something new. So your subconscious mind is not used to that. Your subconscious mind is used to the daily things that you do. But when you change that, it's just like when somebody changes a narrative and people get upset because you change the narrative. And because the narrative could be absolutely truth, but because you're telling the truth now, other people, that don't want to embrace it and don't want to be accountable, and don't want to own up to it, they look at the truth like, no, I don't want to hear that. And it's backwards, because would you not want to know the truth and continue to live a lie? Of course not. I say of course not because that's how I feel. But there are many people that don't feel that way. That they continue to live the lie even though they have heard the truth. They know the truth now. The truth is evidential proof. They still want to continue to live a lie because it's what they're used to. That's their subconscious. Because people don't like change. Because change means that I have to do something now. So your conscious mind is constantly and should be constantly at work helping you to learn more things and to give you knowledge about more things that maybe you didn't know before, maybe you didn't realize before, because knowing something and realize something is two different things. You can know a thing, but really not realize it as well. So getting back to the conscience, your conscience is what you say, is what you control. That I want to know about this. I want to learn this. This is something I didn't never bark on before. This is something I haven't heard before. This is something I didn't have knowledge of. This is something that's new to me. Don't be afraid of those things. That's your conscience telling you. Your conscience is telling you to make that choice, to make those decisions. Make that decision to go on the diet again, even though you fail. Failing is a part of life. Failing is a part of lessons for us to learn in life. It's not always a bad thing. It's like trouble. Trouble is not always a bad thing. Sometimes trouble comes to show you that something is wrong, and it gives you the opportunity to correct it so that we can learn what we need to learn. So your subconscious mind, again, is what controls us. It tells us where to go, what to do, when to do it, when not to do it. That's your subconscious mind. That's a paradigm. So when you shift over, I know y'all heard about the paradigm shift. So this is the same thing. When you shift over, then it's new. It's new. And you made a choice to shift over. You made a choice to be in charge and to control your life and your life destiny. That's your conscious mind when you made that decision. You made a decision to know the truth and want to know the truth so that you can be free. Who would want to continue to live a lie when the good books say, the Bible says, to be free? The truth, it is the truth that will make you free. Not a lie that will make you free. So hence why a lot of people aren't free. Because they continue to live the same lie over and over again for centuries and decades and decades. And this now is the time that we're in. This time is the age of knowing. So if you don't know, many people that don't know, it's because they don't want to know. Because we're in the age of knowing. With so much technology, with so much that's going on in the world, so many devices, there is no excuse for not knowing. So we need to focus on our conscious mind more than we do our subconscious. Because our subconscious mind is always working. It works daily, every day. It works when you're sleeping, when you're having dreams. That's your subconscious mind. Something that you may have saw prior to, or you may have thought about prior to. That's your subconscious mind. It comes back to you. It comes back to you. It's like words. Words are molecular. They remember. Words remember. That's why you watch what you say and you watch what you speak. Because words are molecular. They remember. they come back. Scientists have said that things that we say stay in the atmosphere for up to 300 years. Those words repeat themselves. Because why? There is power. There is power in the tongue. Words are powerful. First they start out with thoughts, and then they become words. So words are powerful. Why many people are still struggling and going through stuff in their mind, and you know how sometimes you think things in your mind and you're like, wow, did I really think that? Because that's not who I am. Why are these thoughts continually coming to my mind? Why can't I stop these thoughts? Why are these evil thoughts and thoughts that I would never think of or never would do? Why are these thoughts coming to my mind? And as they say, you know, you don't yield to those thoughts. You may not carry out those thoughts, but those thoughts have come into your mind and you're wondering why. Why? Because they're self-conscious. It's in your self-conscious. But you can choose not to think those thoughts. You can make a decision not to think those thoughts. One of the things that I do, I delete thoughts that I know that I shouldn't be thinking. I delete them just like you do on the computer. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to put that in the trash. That's no good. That's no good. You delete those thoughts, and you have power over those thoughts when you use your conscious mind. And that's why people say a lot of times, well, that person is so conscious, that person is so smart, that person is so intelligent, you know, that person is so all-wise and knowing, you know, that person is knowledgeable, that person has a lot of wisdom, because they're using their conscious mind. So you have a choice to use your conscious mind. And that's where many don't use, because they don't know about their conscious mind. Our brain has two departments. One is subconscious and one is conscious. So we need to develop our conscious mind so that we can operate on another level, so that we can do that paradigm shift from the subconscious to the conscious. The conscious mind is where you go into things and find out things and you start knowing things that you never knew before. You never were aware of before. That is your conscious mind. So we need to operate more in our consciousness. And we need to pay attention. We need to watch what we're speaking and what we're saying. Because there's power, there's life and death, and the power of the tongue. There's life and death. You can speak death over somebody, because we have a lot of people these days, as you know, that are character assassinators. They assassinate people's characters, you know. And they speak over them, and they speak negative over them, and they bring negative energy, you know, for a lot of different reasons that we're not going to go into now. But we need to be conscious, and we also need to understand that there are many truths out there that we still don't know, that we don't know. But we're learning. And when those truths open up, don't run. Don't be afraid. Don't let fear grip you. Embrace it, because it's going to help you to grow. It's going to help you to grow on other levels. It's going to help you to understand your conscious mind. It's going to help you to be conscious. It's going to help you to be awoke and not to be asleep, not to lay back and just adhere to everything. But just really think about, you know, what's going on now in this world? What's going on now in this world? There's so much that has been hidden, because we live in a matrix system. You know, you can make your own choices and decisions. That's the good thing about freedom. You have a choice to make. You either want to continue to live in your self-conscious mind and not have any control over your life, or you're going to have a conscious mind where you choose. Because if you don't tell your mind what to do, it will do it for you. If you don't tell it what to think, it's going to think for you. You have to tell your mind what to think. You have to have control over your mind. There's also another quote in the good book in the Bible that says, "Be ye therefore transformed by the renewing of your mind." That word renew is the operative word. Renewing means to learn again. To renew what you knew, what you thought you knew before. But to learn again and to learn more. Renew it. Renew it. Like when you have a driver's license that expires, it's no good. You have to renew it. You have to renew. I know here in Pennsylvania, where I live at, you have to renew, your driver's license every 3 or 4 years. So we need to always constantly renew our minds and know that you tell your mind, you control your mind. You say, "I'm not going to do this today." When you make conscious decisions, like you say, "I want to go to college, I want to get married," whatever things you decide you want to do, that's your conscious mind speaking. So we need to be more conscious, and we need to be more woke and understand what's really going on in this world, because it is up to us to develop our brains, our minds. It's up to us to develop it. We have it. We have it. It's accessible to us, but we have to develop it. It's like faith. We have to develop it. So I just thank everyone for tuning in today, listening to Real Talk with GDUB. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my website, to my channel, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I will continue to have these talks about the consciousness and the subconsciousness so that we can get a better understanding of who we are as people, how we are wired, and understand that we were fearfully and wonderfully made. Our Creator gave us everything that we need, but we must develop it. We must use it. We must not be fearful to know truth, but try to understand the truth, research and seek for yourself. So when you hear something, you research it and you seek it out for yourself, and then be able to receive it. Be a receiver of truth. Again, there are 3 things that will never be hidden. That is the sun, the moon, and the truth. Until the next video comes, which will probably be in a couple of days, be blessed. Shalom to all of you and to your families.